Hello and welcome to another episode of Motors for the Masses, and yes, you've guessed it, it's a Project Bob kind of day. So crack the intro and let's get rolling. No, hang on, that's not right. Roll the crack and no, that's not. So what is on the menu for today? Well, item one, the starter, is the handlebars. So these handlebars are too short, that's definite. Might go for straight bars, but just slightly longer, but thought I'd give these a go. Now these are almost straight, got a slight kink in them, but they might be enough and they might look okay. So I'm going to give that a go. And then I'm going to move on to the side panels. Now, we have bought new side panels, but they're not going to stay standard. Now, there has to be brackets made up for these to go on, that's definite, but they're not going to stay stock. What's going to happen is I'm going to cut a piece out of the corner, like so, and put in some mesh. And that will act as a nice little air duct for the filter, which has also arrived, as you can see here. Now the kind of filter that's going to go on is that. So that is going to sit on the back of the carbs in there, like so. And then the air ducts are going to go onto the filter. Now, of course, on this side, there's going to be a battery sitting in this tray here, but I can't just put a vent on one side because it's not what I do. I have to have matching, and I know this is a giveaway bike, but I just think it needs to be matching. So there. Well, that was a good guess. Now this is only a temporary measure because you're probably going to change the risers with a slightly smaller hole, because these are not designed for 22mm bars, unfortunately, which is very annoying. But for now, just for mounting it, I'm going to put insulation tape on it just to see how it fits. Now I know the seat's not on, but oh, that's better. That's definitely better. I like that. I think it looks okay too. The kink in it is enough. Down here, oh, maybe there. Whichever happens, that's okay. And the seat will be slightly higher, of course. That's okay. I think these are the bars to go for. So for now, I'm just going to put a bit more tape around just to make them secure, so I can put the stuff on the end and see how that goes. I think these will be all right. Right. Yes, that is much better. 100% better. It feels level, it feels comfortable. Happy with that? Okay, moving on. So the next bit is the side panel. Now, like I said, this side panel is going to sit on the bike like so, but I'm going to cut a piece out in the corner to put some mesh in. Now I'm going to go, bearing in mind the airflow is going to come in that way, so I'm going to go from halfway down here to about there. So a square around there like that, just on the corner. I don't want the entire corner, Or do I? No, because the airflow is going to come in here. So we need to go halfway down here, across there, like so. So the first thing to do is to measure, there is a slight issue. The mounting point. Okay. That puts a dampener on things. Mind you, not too, no, because that's here. Mounting point's here. So that's alright. Okay then, so we're going to go here on the edge, just on the edge of the bend, down here, around like so, and up there like that. Okay, so the plan is to draw it out on the inside first. So draw down here, like so, drill a pilot hole, and then cut through. Now obviously it's going to have to be level, but because it's plastic it's going to be quite easy to smooth out with a file afterwards, just in case. The tricky bit is going to be this section here. Now if you remember, we did say we're going to practice on the old ones first, and if it's okay, just use that. But the reason why that can't happen is that on the old one, this is completely snapped off. So I'm just going to go with it on here. Could be a mistake, but they weren't that expensive. Now it could just be a case of why didn't I just do it below, but if it's only here, I think that's going to look weird. It needs to be the entire length to make it look right, otherwise it's just going to look a bit stupid. So I'm going to roughly mark out here, and then I'm going to draw it inside. So I'm going to go from this corner here, like so, all the way down to here. I don't want to go right to the bottom, otherwise it's going to be too weak. That's not far enough over. It needs to be on the bend, so we're going to go here where there's a natural bend in the plastic. It's going to be here, and that's far enough away from the join to not affect that. And then we're going to go to here, and here. Now to be on the safe side, I'm going to measure from the bend to here, just to make sure it's all in line, so it doesn't look a bit odd, and then make sure that is straight. I'm not going to know until I drill the pilot hole. If I drill that pilot hole first and then drill that one and then see if they're level by measuring on the outside here, it'll be fine. Slowly does it with a drill. Don't have to hack through it, just to make sure it goes through nicely and gently and doesn't crack the plastic. Like that. Not like that it cracked the plastic, I mean like that, that's how you do it. This you drill away from you and not into your body. Last thing you want is a hole in your belly. Okay, I don't think they're too far apart, but we will measure to make sure, and I can always adjust if necessary. But that is on the corner where I want it. Happy with that. Right, so this is 1/4 of an inch away from the edge, and this one is just over 1/4 of an inch away. So all that means is when it comes to filing down, I just have to do that one a little bit more and then make the edge straight. It's going to be negligible, so you won't notice it, that's for sure. And when I cut the piece out here like so, that'll be fine. So the idea, so you don't crack the plastic, is to go up each time using about 4 different drill bits to get to the desired size you want, to be able to get the hacksaw blade in there and cut down. Or a jigsaw if you're going to use a jigsaw. And I don't mean the bit you put together, I mean the blade one. Okay, so with the pilot holes drilled, that one made slightly larger with a couple of holes and then just merge between the two. There's a line going between there, which equals the right amount of distance from the corner. I've measured it and I've drawn a line. And I shall now cut with a hacksaw blade along that line. And then we'll even it out with the file. And then we'll do along there and then up there, like so. So let's crack on with that, shall we? I'll come back to you, otherwise it's going to be very boring to watch. You see? Line. This is very boring. Still boring. So close to the end. The end is in sight. One tiny bit, we're through. Yes. Oh no, we're not. Just that tiny bit there, look. Where that is. Now when you get to this bit, don't be tempted just to go, oh, it's nearly there, snap, because that's when you get crack. So don't do that. Be patient. It's frustrating, but be patient. There, hole. Now, don't be alarmed. Yes, it does look a mess, but that's because it hasn't been completely filed out to the lines and made smooth. So I'll be back soon. Okay, I did cheat a bit. I used the soft grinding disc to make the shape like so, and I'm just using the file to clean off the edges. So we're very nearly done. There is a couple of tiny nicks, but before we rub this down, I mean, to be honest, we're going to rub it down anyway and respray it, so it's not really going to be an issue because we just put a tiny bit of filler around the edges to smooth it off. Job done. Other than that, that is almost ready for the mesh. Right, there we go. One hole ready for mesh. So as far as the mesh is concerned, this is it. What I'm going to do is cut a piece to shape. It's going to go on the inside, so you can see there, look. Cut it just slightly bigger so it goes and then curve around to fit, and then we're going to stick it with a special kind of glue. What we're going to use is this Q-Bond black powder. I'm going to sprinkle that around the outside and then add some glue to it, and that will turn this into a plastic glue-like substance and sort of weld it to the plastic that's already there. So that's what I'm going to use. There we go. Mesh. Nice. Just have to mould it to the right shape on the inside and then get the glue out. Now you can see there, look, where I nicked the edge, but like I say, a little bit of filler in there when we smooth off before we respray these. Not a problem. I'm quite pleased with that. That's come out all right. Right. I'm going to do one piece to see how it works out, and I'm going to do it over here to see whether it does the job. So, to start with, pour a little bit of powder, like so. Mesh it over like that, and then pour a bit of glue on it, and that should turn it into some kind of plastic. Now don't worry about the glue moving, this is just an experimental piece. My God, it's stuck. That is brilliant. Wow, I'm impressed. Right, so I'm going to put a bit more on here. Like so. And then a bit more glue on top of that. And it should make it go up around the metal and stick? So let's find out. I can't tip it over to show you, unfortunately, because otherwise the glue will come off. But I tell you what, that is stuck bloomin' well. So there you go. That powder is in there, the glue is on top, and that is well and truly stuck. From the outside, one way up. There you go. One mesh in a side panel. So now let's see how that's going to look when it's on the bike. So that will go on there like so. And as you can see, the air will flow in there quite nicely. Very pleased with that. Now, like I said, the little finishing touches around the edge will be dealt with. A little bit of filler just to smooth off around there. And then obviously to rub the whole thing down and spray it the same colour as the tank. And I think that's actually come out quite nicely. Happy with that? Now, there should be a little screw hole. No. Now, I thought, interestingly enough, that this was the same as the DD125 from AJS, but it turns out that it isn't. I've just been over and checked. Now, these are off the DD125, but it shows that they are not the same bike, because this is missing on here, and on the other one you've got a tiny little bracket that comes off here that this screws into. That fits nicely on there like so, and that goes around the carburetor perfectly. There should be a little bracket that comes off that screws into, and it's not there, so we're going to have to make a bracket to screw that into. That's not a problem. So there we are, we have new handlebars and we've got the side panel with the mesh cut in. I am now going to crack on with the other side. You don't need to watch me do that because you've just seen me do this one. And as you can see, it's not a 5-minute job, but any monkey can do it. It's not rocket science, just have to have patience and I suppose a little bit of skill, but not a lot of skill. So there. I hope you like it. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. Please like and share this video as always. If you want to support us, then please click on the Patreon link below or the shop link below where you can buy lots of guff and stuff. If you're wondering where Malcolm is, he's on holiday or can't be bothered, one of the two. And that's it for this episode. We'll be back next time with either Bob or another review because we've got the FB Mondial HPS 300 Pagani coming and some other bikes as well, and of course we've got our car projects. I have nothing else to say. So until next time, please ride and drive carefully, but have fun. Bye bye.